What up everybody, I'm Matt Field. Right now we're obviously in the middle of a prep day, so a million things going on, ton of crew running around underneath this giant tent sitting in front of the Drift Cave big rig, and then kind of gives me a second to reflect and think back, and it wasn't always like this, that's for sure. Not too long ago I was racing out of an open trailer with a borrowed toolbox, with borrowed money, with borrowed parts, with borrowed time. Like that's how I started out, man. I didn't own anything but a drift car, and just with perseverance and grinding, being that guy who's willing to stay late, being that guy who's willing to help the mechanics, being that guy who's willing to introduce himself and say, hi, my name is Matt, and this is my plan, and this is what I'm doing, and had no sponsors, no nothing, but you know, a couple people early on believed in me. I remember I was at SEMA my first year, I ran my first season, right? And then everyone told me, you have to go to SEMA, that's where you get all the sponsors, that's where you talk to people and everything. And I was like, I don't even have any money to buy a plane ticket to Vegas, but like, all right, we did it. I split a hotel room with like 5 dudes, right? 2 beds, 5 dudes, and it was at Circus because it was the cheapest piece of hotel that we could possibly get. And I walked my all the way to the convention center, walked around all day with my piece of proposal that was made on a Word document that I made, and just talking to every single person that I possibly could, introducing myself, and man, it's been a hell of a journey. So we were decently successful running one car, had some victories, had some losses, everything in between, and I had the opportunity to build a new car, the Corvette, right? And that meant that my S14 was kind of available for rent. So we rented out the car, and that was the first time that we had done 2 cars. And since then, it's kind of evolved to 3 cars, 4 cars, and that's kind of where that's taken us to the semi, the big canopy, the full professional race program, commercial, all of that. It's all due to Formula Drift. They give us a platform that we are able to pour our hearts, pour our soul into, and create opportunities. And I can't thank Formula Drift enough for helping me create these opportunities to be here and compete on the big stage. I think my message to anyone who's deciding that they want to go down this path is you just have to be the guy who's willing to grind, and you got to be likable. Like, you have to have people who are willing to help you just because they believe in you. And the only way that you're going to get them to believe in you is to be the person who's willing to put their line, be the person willing to stay till 2 o'clock in the morning and thrash on the car. You know, eventually you open your eyes 11 or 12 years later, and who knows where you might be. Thank you guys very much. I'm Matt Field. Make sure to check me out on all the social media platforms and Throdle.